strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It's another episode of Live with me. I am so excited to talk to you tonight and to have our date night and our rapid fire readings, because it's always just fun to spend time together. I love the amazing guests we have, and it's always a pleasure to get to know other light workers, but I'll tell you what, nothing is as comfy as you and me. So if you have a question and you want to tune in, and just make sure you get in the queue line 323-992-3115. And if you've just gotten a reading or gotten through in the last couple weeks, go ahead and please hang up and listen just live, and let's reserve that for someone who hasn't had a reading in a while, right? Now, on my way in, I kind of caught something that has really stuck with me. I was at a traffic stop, which is very common here in LA. You're going to be stuck at most of them. But what I noticed was the back of a lady to my right, and clearly a homeless lady, and, had dirty pants on, and, I could just see her, and your empathy, if you're empathetic, and for anyone, right? Just to see someone in that state. But what I saw then was another lady. So a lady had gone into a store or something, and clearly was in her car getting ready to pull out. And, it was so cool. It was so beautiful, because the lady in the car was talking to the homeless lady, and the homeless lady had her back to me, but I could see the face of the lady in the car. And you could clearly see she was having just this really engaging conversation with her. You could see from her face and her expression, there was no judgment, there was no looking down. It was clearly something of her really, truly trying to empower the other woman. And it felt so inspiring, to see women empowering women, this woman trying to support another woman. It's almost like I could hear her say, you have options. And I could hear the lady really asking questions. And I could see her say, oh yeah, like I almost could feel what was happening. Oh yeah, all you have to do is do this, this, and this, and they'll help with this. Like you could almost see, well, I think we can all almost see, right? Maybe it's just me. But it was so empowering, and to just see these women helping women. It could have been two men as well. It doesn't, but just to see that level of mutual respect, to see that level of engagement, to see two people in such different dynamic social living situations connect and to come together. And I don't know, it just gave my heart like this little bit of hope and boost, and like, this is what life is about. We have this ability to help one another. And when we can take advantage of it, we don't know. Maybe this conversation, whatever happened, may absolutely change the homeless lady's life. We don't know. We can only hope. But I know for one thing, in those few moments, both parties probably left feeling a little bit better. I know I left feeling better. So it was great. So just ask yourself, as you go throughout your day, before dismissing someone, before saying, I'm not going to give them $1, before taking a moment and not engaging with anyone out there, just ask yourself, is there something I can do? Is there something I can say? Because believe it or not, we really all can just make a difference. Just some of the most simplest gestures around. So speaking of which, we have our Sunday Spirit Service in LA coming up this Sunday, which I cannot wait. I'm so excited. It's always my favorite time of the month when Beautiful, amazing professional mediums come into the center. They volunteer their time. They serve spirit, and it creates so much unbelievable healing. I mean, the evidence is great. There's laughter. There's tears. It is so magnificent to watch the different styles, to watch the love of the energies, to watch the recipients and how connecting to their loved one really, really makes a difference in their day. And so we have Yusan Shin, we have Jules Davis, Susan Schuller, and Jennifer Schaefer, who we all know from Vino and Voices. So we have, in fact, all of them. Jules has been on the show. We've had Susan here, and certainly Jennifer is here monthly. So it's fabulous. You know, if you're in LA, around LA, come hang out with us. And then Erin Gallagher, she's actually going to do a talk on Akashic Records. So this is going to be really, really fun, really interesting service. There's an RSVP link. So just on the Facebook, my Facebook page, you can go ahead and RSVP. But super excited. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Then this Saturday, I am going to Camarillo with Karen Anderson. We're going to do an afternoon of messages, love from above. Karen and I, so we are LWI master teachers. That's the Lisa Williams International School of Spiritual Development, who you know how much I love Lisa, right? And she's been on the show several times. She's just so incredible. Well, Karen also studied with Lisa. So we're coming together, and it's really fun. We work so differently. So Karen, you know, for anyone who knows her, she's so loving and angelic, and she even talks softly, and it's, hey, love bug. And then I come in, and I'm from Jersey, and I'm like, hey. So to see us together and work together, we have a blast. We have such a great time, and really looking forward to this afternoon of messages. So if you're even near Camarillo, please come out, hang out with us, and join us, right? We're really, really looking forward to it. And then what else do I... Oh, hey, the mentoring. You know what? So I did this mentoring. It's coming up in November. There's only one spot left. Remember, I think I mentioned it last week. You eager beavers out there. If you are looking to develop your gifts, want to take them to the next level, even if you want to take your business to the next level, this is just a mentoring program that is really, really catered and tailored to your needs. Where are you at? What are you doing? So you got to, literally, there is one spot. That is it, because I only limit it to 6 individuals each time I do it. So I'm really, really excited, and I can't wait. And my last quick little announcement, and then we're going to dive in, is the Spiritual Development Circle. Again, that's in November, because we're already in the one we have now, and that's the last couple have sold out. So I started to post it a little earlier so that people could really get in. Oh, we have a blast. I push you, but it is in person, which is also a lot of fun, a lot of exercises, a lot of quick thinking, a lot of trusting, surrendering. So anyhow, you can check it out if you go to colbyrebel.com. Just look at the events and classes and things like that, whatever you're interested in. And there's even some e-courses. So for all my friends out there who even have a desire to learn more, there's a mediumship development. It's just a 1-hour webinar. So, you know, there's lots of things out there for you to really kind of tap into your own gifts. We all have gifts. I'm a huge believer. We all have gifts. We certainly all have intuition. And it does not hurt you to learn it, right? Because what happens is throughout your life, throughout your day-to-day activities, how many times have you gotten a thought or a feeling and you didn't trust it? You didn't believe it. And then all of a sudden you just say, oh, I was right. If I had just listened to it, I would have saved myself this, that, or the other. So it really just helps you navigate your own life, really. So a lot of different layers, a lot of different levels. And if you get to talk to loved ones, even that is just so much fun. So again, the number here is 323-998-3733. 992-3115. Couple things as always. If you get through, no ringing, dinging, blinging. Let's put pets, husbands, small children away during the call and have your question ready. Are you looking to connect to someone? Let me know who it is. This way we can just dive in and get in there. Remember, this is rapid fire. So I love you. But please don't think this is your private 55-minute session, okay? Just because we want to get as many callers in, as many questions answered, and just have fun with this. That's what it's about. That's why I love doing the show, because it is fun. We get some healing in there, get some validation, and let's just roll with it, okay? All right, let us do our first caller. I am ready. How about number, let's do number 4. Is that 310? All right, we got a local. All right, 310, you're on the air with Colby. Who is this?
Hi, my name is Elite. Can I just compliment you really quickly?
Oh, sure. You can compliment. For those.
I recently found you recently. You know, everyone has a different definition. But anyway, and I just love your energy. I want to thank you for your work. And unfortunately, I can't do, one day, I'm not working. One day I'll do a session, because we have to vote with our wallet. I think that's really important.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you. Really, thank you for all that you do for us. I'm a little nervous.
Oh, no, well, that's just your vibration rising to match spirit, so that's okay. And thank you very much. It means a lot to me. What question do you have tonight? What can I do for you?
Well, the question I left, can I ask a different one?
Sure.
Thank you. So I want to know what the heck is going on with my life right now. I'm not working, which was a choice. And maybe I should just ask the question. I was told that a lot of family members are spirits and or angels. And I'm so curious. I think other people would be curious too. What happens when family members leave us that aren't that evolved here?
Oh, that's a really,
and if someone comes up for you, I'd love to know, of course, my mom or my grandpa, whatever.
I think what's really great, that's a great question. Now, what's really interesting, right, someone in the physical may have a lot of lessons still to learn, right? Maybe they weren't the kindest person. Maybe they could have been more present with us. Perhaps there's a lot of things. However, when they cross over, when they transition, I hate to call it spirit school, but there is a reflection. There is looking back. It's kind of like they're shown their life and shown where did they kind of do things right, but where did they need some improvement. And then they learn it. They kind of work with it. They may work with someone else in the spirit world that can help them, a little bit of a trainer, so to speak. And I do feel like when our loved ones transition, I feel like there's so much more of what we would have wanted them to be in the physical. They will be more nurturing or loving or more present or more around you. And they may come forward with an apology. That to me shows that evolution from the other side. I don't believe we ever stop learning, whether we're in the physical or spirit world. So that continuous learning process stays with them. And, I do believe in a reincarnation. It's not timely, I think, we have different definitions. But I do think when they come back around, there's going to be some new things to learn. Where did they go? How are they going to do this round? So there's a lot to it. So that's a really great question. One thing, too, I'll just say kind of quickly. I'm definitely feeling... I do feel like your mom is here, but there's also a male here that it feels like it wasn't the most present person in your life. Like, I don't know if she's talking about him and maybe he is still in the living, but this definitely feels like a father for you. So does that make sense for you? Do you understand that?
No, I'm thinking of my grandpa. But he was living in a different country, so there was no way that he could be present.
No, it wasn't really him. There's definitely a feeling of not definitely a feeling of detachment or not nurturing. Definitely a feeling of like you almost needing to take care of yourself in a lot of ways. And I just feel like a lot of even now of what you're going through is you working on that. You kind of saying, hey, what do I want? How do I love myself? How am I moving forward? Almost going introspective with it. And I feel like that's why things feel so kind of mixed up for you. Do you understand that part of it?
That is completely true. It's taken me decades to finally love myself. I still have a lot of work, but I'm definitely going within, and I'm leaving Idaho where I live right now. And I'm just literally getting into my car, going through couch surfing, and I'm going to try to find a job and find where my next home should be. Yeah. That's really kind of crazy, but I'm doing it.
You know what? It's almost on this journey, though, you're also going to find yourself. Like, it's so much, what you're doing is so much about trusting and surrendering, and that is, like, so hard for you. I feel like, you spent a lot of your life trying to hold on really, really tight because it's almost like the floor was going to slip out from under you. And over the last year, you've really started to go, I need to let go. I need to let go. But again, this, for some reason, this keeps coming back to childhood. And I feel like I feel like it really started there. And I feel like, it's connecting to yourself now and loving yourself. And then I just get this really strong feeling it all comes together. There's like that partner that comes in. And I do feel like you're going to end up somewhere. I almost feel like it may be, are you coming more west? Idaho's probably in the middle, right? North, sorry.
Yeah, I'm actually going east.
I keep seeing a ton of trees, so I feel like you're going to go somewhere where there's just a ton of trees, a lot of balance. It just feels to be a lot of balance where you're going, and I feel like when you're there, you're going to say, this is where I'm going to settle down. This is where I'm going to stay. And it just feels like at that point, it all starts to come together. But I feel like it all had to unravel to the point of breaking you down so much that you had nothing left but to kind of trust and surrender. And I feel like this is really, I'll tell you what, it's going to be very scary. I mean, it's huge. It's scary what you're going to be doing, but it's also like really cool. I think you're just going to go, wow, this is just who I am. This is what I do. And I really feel like, as crazy as it is, this unknown path is really putting you on the right path. It really is. I can't wait till a year from now to see what you ended up doing, because I just feel like you end up putting the pieces back together, but in such a way that brings you so much more joy. Okay?
All right. Well, I'm going towards Florida. They have a lot of trees, right?
Well, they got palm trees, and Florida's awesome. I used to live in Florida, so I do love Florida. But, try to stop by those Carolinas, North Carolina, and just get a feel for everything while you're doing it, okay? Okay? All right. You're done. Bye. All right, you can let it go. I think her poor thing. Thank you, but I think her connection. She was already in the canyon. Oh, I wish she could have said goodbye. That's okay. How about number 774? Okay, here we go. 774. You're on air with Colby. Who is this?
Hi, it's Rita.
Hey, Rita, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. What can I do for you tonight?
I was wondering if you see anybody new coming into my life.
Oh,
for love.
Love, yeah. Well, that's what I was hoping, because it'd be really awkward otherwise, right? Like, oh,
yeah.
Like, we got a problem. No. You know what's interesting? I feel like this person's already around you. So it may be, I don't know if you've technically started to date this person, but I feel like someone is already around you. So this may even be someone that you're familiar with or that is in your area. So if you just started to date someone, can I ask?
No, I'm not dating anyone at the moment.
Okay, so there you just kind of haven't made that connection. What I want you to do, Rita, it just feels like this person is right around the corner. But I do want you to kind of maybe, I don't want to say open up, because it does feel like you're open. It does feel like you're holding on to a past relationship, but I do feel like you're open. You know what I mean? So it's not that you're not open, but maybe you're not dating enough or putting yourself out there in that way. Does that make sense? Or you kind of just not like saying, hey, let me go out and meet this person or date this person?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so, because I do feel like if you were, because it doesn't feel like this person's too far from you geographically. And so I feel like if you were just going out or making yourself a little more available, a little more eyes open a bit in just your surroundings, I feel like you're going to just see this person. I feel like there's going to be this connection, and you may have already know them. Like it may have been someone that you already have experience with. Even if maybe you didn't date them before, you already kind of are familiar with them. So I don't want you to give up, okay? Because I just feel like it's out there, but I also feel like I kind of want to give you a kick in the butt, Rita, because I feel like I got to nudge you. I feel like that's where we're sticking. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and it just feels like there's just. Do you also understand this past relationship a bit too? Just because I feel like because I see your feet stuck in mud. So, I just feel like there's something holding you back as well. So does that make sense? Do you understand that part of it as well?
Kind of. I don't have any like communication with him. I think it's probably just the
tie,
anger I'm holding on to.
Yeah. You know, I wrote this. If you get a chance, and it's right on my website, go to the blog tab. There's something called cord cutting. Cut the cord. I want you to try that with this ex, okay? Just because we don't talk to someone doesn't mean we still don't have the cord with them. And I want you to try this exercise. In fact, we got a full moon or some sort of moon coming Sunday night because Jules is doing it. So she does this sound bath thing. So I know. So this perfect timing for you. Do that. I want you to do that so we really let go and kind of shake off that ickiness that is kind of sticking there. And then I want you to kind of push yourself to get out there. And I want you. I feel like if you do read it, that's not going to take too long. Okay. Like I'm feeling good about this. Okay. Yay!
All right. Thank you.
Have a good night. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye. All right, here we go. Wow, but we're going to have to go quicker. I'm sorry, everybody. All right, how about 23-775? Okay, here we go. 775, you're on air with Colby. Who is this?
Danielle.
Hi, Danielle. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous. The Eagles are playing tonight. What can I do for you?
I kind of wanted to just see... I am pregnant currently with my fourth child, and I found a new provider, and I'm trying for a vaginal delivery after 3 prior cesareans, and I just kind of wanted to see what your feelings on that were.
Oh, okay. Well, first and foremost, congratulations, okay? So it's very exciting, bringing life into the world, so very good. A couple things too. I'm not a doctor and certainly cannot diagnose. Okay. So please always seek the advice of the professional care. And I don't want to dishearten you. You know, I am always about giving hope. I really am. But I feel like, and I know that you actually can do the vaginal birth even after a cesarean. They're getting better at that. I just feel like there's something about this pregnancy where this baby feels either a little premature. There's just something about it where I do feel like it's going to end up being a cesarean. Now, let's hope I'm wrong, right? I do hope I'm wrong because I'd love for your wish to come true. But, you know, overall, I feel like it's just bringing that little healthy baby in, right? Which is the main goal here. And I feel like it's going to be okay. And, you know, can I ask though, is it a girl? Do you know yet?
I don't. I'm only 7 weeks along, and I had an appointment today, so we're not exactly sure yet, but the doctor is supportive of it.
Oh, supportive of the pregnancy, you mean? Or supportive of the vaginal birth? Or both?
Supportive of attempting a vaginal delivery.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fine to kind of go, you know, listen, you don't have to plan that cesarean right now. I think it's good to kind of go down it, see where it's going to go, but I feel like as it progresses, you may have to consider the cesarean. Okay, you know what? At the end of the day, you're gonna know what to do. You're gonna listen to him. And again, I don't want to take away your hope. I think that I don't want to do that, but I got to give you what I'm getting to because you asked me. Well, anyhow, too. So we'll see, because I also feel like it's a girl. So I'm kind of curious to see how that comes along. If we got a little something, or if we end up having a girl. So maybe
for a girl. I have 2 boys and a girl at home, so I'm hoping for a second girl.
I do feel like it's gonna be, but let's see. Let me make sure you put in the when you find out. Will you put in the Facebook comments and let us know? Is that okay?
Yep, I will, absolutely.
Okay, and then one last thing, though. I really want you, I just want to make sure, I'm sure the doctor, they're doing blood work or whatever. Make sure your vitamins or your levels are up. I feel like there's a little tiredness in your system, and I don't know if that's just a vitamin deficiency, if there's something in the blood that is kind of lowering your energy. You know what I mean? So just make sure that, go ahead, what? You understand that?
I do have a vitamin D deficiency.
Okay.
And it does cause, I'm being tired all the time, all throughout the day.
Yeah. So I just feel like I want you to, whatever they're prescribing for you to kind of help give your, we need to give this baby everything we got. Right. And so do what you need to create the healthiest body for yourself so that you can support this pregnancy the best way possible. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You are so welcome. And let's go for VJJs here. So Team VJJ.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. But congratulations and have a great night.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay. How about number 14612? Hey, 612. This is Colby.
Hey, it's Erica.
Hey, Erica. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing okay. I'm laughing hard at the last thing you said to her. I was like, I'm like picturing a coffee mug with that on it.
Oh, Team VJJ. We should do that, right? Team VJJ. I know. That's so cute, though. I mean, what lucky for her bringing in a baby. What is your question for me, Erica? What can I do for you?
I just wondered. I have a lot of, unfortunately, I'm pretty young. I'm 38, but I have a lot of deceased people that I'm close to.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if you're picking up on any messages or anything for me. I'm also going through kind of a hard time now. So.
Okay. What's one thing that I am picking up? So I do feel like we have a mother or someone like a mother, but I'm just going to put that aside just for a second if I can, because I also feel like there's a younger male in spirit. Does that make sense to you? Like I don't know if this had been a bit of a romantic connection that went or a past relationship, but there's also a man here. So does that make sense between the mom and the younger male?
Well, the momish makes total sense.
Mm-hmm.
The male, not really younger.
About your age, though. He feels closer. Yeah, okay, but he's not close to your age, or you don't understand the age being close to you are now?
Yeah, I don't understand the age being close to me now.
Okay, hang on one second. He's still here, so that means he's for you. So hang on. Let me kind of connect to this mom first a little bit, and then maybe she'll kind of share with us who this other person is, okay? She's giving me this feeling. Mom, I'm going to call her mom, even though I feel like the relationship is a little different, but she refers to herself as mom for you. So yeah, I'm gonna give her the title of mom because that's what she likes to hear. Okay, she's giving me this feeling too of I'm definitely feeling a bit of a stronger woman, a stronger personality. Does that make sense? Like just about sure. I keep seeing too, which is really interesting. I almost feel like she's a little bit of a force to be reckoned with. Like she's, when they show me a a fly swatter, then I'm like, uh-oh, that's not someone you want to mess with. So I know she's just, she's a real straight shooter, do you know? And I just feel like there's a sense around her where she has a lot of love for you. Like there is definitely this sense of making sure that you were taken care of. So I feel like there's something about where you almost needed a mom, or you needed this other woman to make sure that you were taken care of, literally even on a health level. Do you understand that? Do you know what I mean? Just to even bring you up. You understand that? Okay.
Yep.
And I just keep getting this, but she's a little strict with you. That's just kind of what it feels like. Would this have been a grandmother? Do you understand that? Or she feels a little older to me, so I'm not sure if she's just showing me that she was a little older. And she's also giving me a feeling she's ill, which is harder on her because she's like, she considered illness a little bit of a weakness, and she's not a weak person, she says.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's actually my aunt.
Okay, so that's fine then,
yeah.
and it's on mom's side, is that right?
No, it's on dad's. I mean, it kind of sounds like my grandmother too, but I'm pretty sure that's my aunt.
I'll tell you one other
that's
thing.
Like my aunt to a
okay,
T,
can I ask
so.
you? Does your aunt have a bit of a bigger bum?
Yeah.
Okay, it's her. Okay, I hate to, because the lady is showing me this. All I'm seeing is her bum and her fly swatter. So.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah.
That's how she's distinguishing herself from my skinny grandmother. Okay,
yeah, isn't that funny? I love that too. So I do know that this is her, but she's very she's giving me this feeling of making sure that you stayed in line. I feel like that was important for her. Like, I feel like it was really important for her to kind of, because I feel like without her, you would have been a little bit of a loose cannon. Like, I just feel like she felt like you needed some structure, and she was there, and but very loving. Do you know? It's very loving.
Yeah.
And I just feel like there's even a book, so I even feel like you definitely would have been with her around when you were younger. So I'm not even sure if there's a time when you lived with her, but she keeps showing me a book and reading you a book. So I do know that all of this is there. And there's also just this sense of letting you know that she is around you. And then real quick, because I'm trying to make them rapid fire, but they're going a little long. I'm sorry. But the other thing I want to say is this male that steps in, he gives me the feeling of a more sudden passing around him. So I do feel like there's a sudden passing. I do feel like we may even have an impact, like a shock to the system passing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
that was my dad in a stroke.
Okay, thank you. It was interesting because I was feeling like a heart attack, but I knew it wasn't a heart attack. I just wasn't quite getting exactly what it was, but I could feel the shock. And he also gives me this feeling, but see, he doesn't feel very old when he passes. So can I ask how old Dad was when he transitioned?
He was only 62.
Oh, God, very young. He gives me this feeling, though, of full steam ahead, though. So I don't think we would have realized he was ill. Like, I think he's just full steam ahead, kind of a to the grindstone. Just makes me feel like always working, and maybe a bit more of a physical worker or physical labor. Does that make sense? Only because I'm seeing kind of
Yep. He actually had the stroke while he was building a house.
Oh, thank you. Okay, because I saw the pants with the boots, so I definitely felt like he was showing that. He gives me a sense too, though. I do feel like he just wants to let you know that he is around. I know you've lost a lot of people. I could spend all night with you bringing each of them through because they're all together. And I think that's so important. Like, I really want you to know how much they're together. I also want you to know, I don't know. I will just say your dad says pick up after yourself. So I'm not real sure if you've gotten a little messy, but he says, I can't walk through this. So you I don't know if you got some stuff laying around, you may want to pick it up, but I do feel like they've got a lot of love for you, and I do just want to kind of send you a little love, And I do feel like there's a sense of, I know you're going to have to take care of maybe the mom or a mother figure, but your dad sends you a lot of love, okay? And
Okay.
I feel like they just want you to find your happiness. Like they want you to just find your joy. Like, other than the grief, it's like you're really struggling, just kind of finding a happiness. And I feel like your dad says, listen, I just want you to know that you're going to be okay through this. Okay?
Okay, great.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. You have a good night, okay?
You too. You're really talented. That's amazing. You picked up all that.
Oh, thank
Thank you.
I really thank you very much. I really appreciate that. It's your loved ones, though. But I'll take the credit. All right. Have a great night, hon.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Okay, you too.
Bye. Okay. How about so here's, you guys, here's the thing. Your loved ones are with you. They are around. And sometimes you can be a little demanding. So when you say, hey, show me this, give me that, why just, let's be a little more relaxed with how we speak to them, and it is like, oh, if you're here, I did it too. I mean, listen, I can get myself caught up into it too, but I try to catch myself because no one likes to be told what to do. No one. All right. No one. So if we want spirit to answer us, maybe we should just be nicer with how we ask. But the last week there's a light, and the light has been fine. I mean, I've been at my place for over a year. The light has been solid, but it's been flickering, and I am not joking. And I kind of tried to time it. There's no timer because my logical brain wants to make sure. But so it went out, and I have two stepdads in spirit. But one of them, I said, Dad, if this is you, put the light on right now, right this second, put it on. And the light came on. I was like, ah! I'm like, oh my God. So it's very fun, and you can play with it and you can have joy, but you have to trust it too. Like if he turns on that light, I can't say, oh, okay, we'll now turn on the faucet. Like, come on now. Okay. So I want you to trust it. I want you to love your loved ones and know that they're around you. So if things are messy, clean it up. No. All right, let us do another caller. How about number 24, 814? Okay, here we go. 814. This is Colby. Who is this? Hello? Uh-oh. All right, we'll have to drop it. Sorry, 814. Something wrong with the connection, honey. I'm so sorry. How about 25? 435? Okay, here we go. 435, you're
Hi.
on the air. Oh, hello.
Hi, Colby.
Hi, who is this?
My name's Amber. I'm just looking. I've got a few people that have crossed over. I'm just looking to see if there's any messages or anything that can come through.
Oh, okay. Hi, Amber. I always do love that name. It's a beautiful name, honey.
Thank
okay.
you.
I want to start. That's really interesting. Amber, I'm just going to ask, do you have a father in spirit, Amber? Is that right? I have a grandmom talking to me.
I do.
Okay, but you have dad as well, right? Because
Yeah.
I feel like, but we also have grandma as well. Is that right? I just want to give her a high five too, just because I feel her. But I feel like dad is, it's like, I feel like this lady wanted to step in, but dad pushed her out of the way and says, I want to talk.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. And he's like,
I got great grandmother over.
okay. He's like, we don't need to hear from her. She wants to hear from me. So I do feel like dad wants to say hi. I do feel like even though you have a few people, I do feel like dad was who you were hoping would step forward. Is that right as well? Is there a connection to? Okay. Now dad is
Dad
also.
and grandma, yep. You hit them both
Oh,
right.
that's so funny. Well, I'll tell you, they were both here. They both showed up, but dad did push grandma and said, I'm first. So I want to also say with dad, with dad, Dad had a really good way with words. I just feel like, it's not like a ton of words, but he was just so good with what he said or how he said it. I feel like he just had this way to make you like not worry about things. Does that make sense? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And I just feel like even the tone of his voice, there's a richness in his voice. Is that right? It's almost, almost like, and then, he does show me a candle. I do feel like we've got a birthday coming up. So do you understand somebody's birthday or celebration that we've got coming up right around the corner here?
Mine's the first week of December.
I feel like we've got
or maybe
your brother? Is that what
my brother's November 28th. Yeah, he's passed as well.
Okay, thank you. I do feel like they're giving me this sense with your brother is letting us know that he is with them, okay? There's also this sense with your brother. There's also somebody has an accident as well. Do you understand the accident, honey, connected to the brother or the dad?
My dad was in a snowboarding accident, and my brother passed by suicide.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I just feel like, again, Dad is really still the one talking here, so I got to be clear on that. Dad is giving me this... Dad is definitely giving me this feeling with him, though, of, he was active, obviously, if he's snowboarding, but he's also giving me a feeling of, I do feel like he was very there for you, very present. Do you know what I mean? I feel like he's taking you on trips, doing things with you as much as he can. I feel like there's been some time since he's passed. Is that correct? And then,
it's been about 5 years.
Yeah, and... Am I right though that your brother passed after your dad? Is that right? Is your brother more recent in about 2 years? Is that right?
Yep, that's right.
Okay, thank you, honey. I just feel like with but those two, it's interesting because those two got along. I mean, your brother, I just feel like after your dad's passing, it just feels like your brother just kind of really struggled with getting things together. I just feel like there's something about this where he had a lot of regret with your dad. Does that make sense? Do you understand this? I just feel like...
Yeah, so...
Go ahead, honey.
Just real quick, I had two different dads. My dad had passed. My brother, he has a different dad than me, so his dad was not passed when he passed.
That's okay. I understand that.
A little bit of a mix-up.
That's okay. I understand it. But do you understand your brother having some difficulty with his dad? It just feels like there's he's got difficulty with a male figure. That's definitely what I'm getting. And I feel like it was difficult for him to kind of talk to people, to communicate. And I feel like he held a lot of things in.
Yeah, him and my dad went through some stuff, and he felt like he disappointed in me, things like that.
I want you to know, though, here's the thing with your dad, okay? I just feel like your dad is with your brother even on the other side. And I feel like he is right by him, like giving him that love. And so it is letting you know that your brother is okay. But I got to let you know, your dad is like such a funny dude. He's super wacky. He's super funny. Do you have his hat? Do you have a hat from him or a beanie or something?
I may. I have a few things of him. I'm not sure where some things went, so.
Okay, look for the hat. He keeps talking, but it feels like it's more of a baseball cap or a beanie, not like a cowboy hat. It feels like it's more of a small. And I feel like you've got this. And I feel like he also gives me a. I really did just see a teddy bear, which is odd. So I do feel like you either have a teddy. Do you understand the teddy bear? Do you have a teddy bear from when you were a kid?
I have a stuffed animal, a little cat, yeah.
Okay. You understand, but I feel like your dad would have played with this with you. Or your dad definitely teases you. I know he always would tease you.
Yep.
But I also feel like even when you were little, he was very playful. Like, like he is. He's not afraid to embarrass himself. Like he really enjoyed engaging with you and playing with you and being really there. And I just feel like, you're such a light to him, and he wants to let you know that. I want you to know. how just unbelievably loved you are. Okay. Okay. And I do. He keeps showing me a ring, so I don't know, a wedding ring almost. So I'm not. I don't know who's got his wedding ring, but I feel like he keeps showing me a wedding ring. So do you know who's got the wedding ring?
I think his ex-wife does. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, he definitely shows me the wedding ring, and he acknowledges. He wants to acknowledge that person. So I feel like your dad is definitely. Are you real quick? I know we got to go.
My mom has a ring of his as well.
Yeah, thank you. Because I felt like this was more. Thank you. I appreciate that because it didn't quite feel like it was the ex-wife, but I do feel like there's just lots of love for you, lots of love to you, and I want you to let you know that he is okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, and I feel like go ahead and kiss his picture again. Did you kiss his?
I will.
Okay, all right.
That's perfect.
Okay, all right. I will let you go and have a beautiful night, honey.
Thank you so much, Colby.
You're welcome. Bye, Amber. All right, we got just I think another a minute or two. So if you were the last one or the next one to get in, we're gonna have to keep it psychic. Gonna have your question kind of quick, and I'm super sorry, but I do want to just squeeze one more in here. How about 29925? Okay, here we go. 925. This is Colby.
Hello?
Hi, who is this?
This is Rochelle.
Hey, Rochelle, how you doing, honey?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you for answering my call.
Yes, yeah. Well, you're the last one getting through. What can I do for you tonight?
I can't believe it. It's a sign, obviously, right?
Oh, you know what? Always a sign. Absolutely. What can I do for you?
I'm just, I guess, emotionally going through some times right now, missing a lot of people that have passed.
Okay.
But a couple of close friends, a nephew, mother, father,
everybody.
All would love to hear from someone.
Okay. So I always try to make the last caller a psychic question, but you probably didn't hear that before I answered. So I'm just going to have to go. But that's okay. I'm just going to have to go a little quick, and I'd love to tune into everyone, but with a minute, it's impossible. Okay. I am just going to go ahead, and I do feel like, for some reason, the nephew is feeling the strongest for me. Okay. Because I feel like this nephew gives me a feeling of wanting to give you hope, because I feel like his passing was definitely very unexpected, but I also feel like for some reason it weighs heavy on you. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like
yes.
Okay, and I feel like there's some, I don't know why you have some guilt around it, but he keeps telling me to tell you not to feel guilty. He just wants to let you know he's okay. All right, honey?
Yes.
Okay. And I just feel like with him, yeah, and he gives me the...
Yeah, when he...
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say he was a victim of violent crime.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to see him that night.
Yes. And I just feel like he doesn't want you to feel... I just feel like, don't feel guilty about that. Stop replaying it. Like, if I got in there sooner, what if I had just done something different? Like, we have these soul paths, and they're tragic to us sometimes, but you have to know that he's okay, and I feel like it was definitely a bit in a circumstance that, that timing worked out, because had it been any later, I feel like you would have been in danger. Okay. So I feel like there's just this sense of telling you that he is okay. He wants to let you know that he's okay. He wants to let you know how much he does love you as well. There's definitely kind of a motherly feeling you have towards him, a very protective feeling, and I feel like he wants to let you know, I know you feel like you should have protected me, but you have to know that I'm okay. And I would so wish I had more time, but that's our time. I'm so sorry, honey. So Lots of love to
I
you.
appreciate this.
Okay. Lots of love to you, lots of blessings, and I will just say that the family is together, but they wanted that nephew to come in first, okay, honey?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Have a good night. I want to
Thank you.
Bye, hon. I want to take a moment. I want to thank everybody. If you called in, whether you got through or not, thank you for hanging in there. Thank you for staying on the line. We choose them at random, but, for those who got through, I hope the rest of you are happy for them because it just happened to be their night, their time, their message that was needing to come forward. For some of you listening in, perhaps there's some of that message or information that you can take and just integrate it into your own life. Don't forget that empowering story of those two beautiful women in the beginning and to see what you can do today. And just as a final reminder, your loved ones are around you. They're with you. Just let yourself see those signs and symbols. All right. Lots of love to you. I will see you guys next week. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Sometimes I feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless, cause this career I chose was even riskier.